What's up, guys? Malik here. So, welcome back to my channel. Today, we have a special guest here, my brother Cameron. So, we'll be talking about him and how he goes about his life, what he does. So, we'll let him basically take care of that. But to start, just an introduction. Cameron, even though he's younger than I am, he has taught me many skills, ideologies, and overall his perspective to life. So, one that really stuck out to me that I will never forget is to never work for free. This guy taught me that. So sometimes we do jobs or we do little things for free, and then we decide to just let them slide. And we end up losing overall, and those things add up. This guy really taught me a lot of that. So he's a really inspiring young man, and the things he has achieved, you really have to have some balls to achieve some of that shit. So that was just my small introduction, but let me just take you over. So, bro, Cameron, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Malik. I'm really happy to be on this channel here. So my name's Cameron. I met Malik 2 years ago. We started working together on a company or at a company, and you were very quiet at first, and it was funny because the only way we vibed together was music. And I had to slowly get you to talk. It finally got you to talk, and we listened to some music and we started learning. I did plumbing and you did plumbing as well. So that's where me and you met. But a little bit background of myself, I wanted to start bigger and better things. As life goes on, you do step by step by step to get things done. And you really have to progress as those steps go on. And one of those things for me to progress at my age was to move away from home. And that was the biggest thing that I learned at a young age that anyone should learn or anyone should do if they want to succeed in life. And that's the key subject for me. And when it comes to being successful in life, I think the biggest thing is moving away from home. So that was one of the things I did. I was 21 when I did it.
Wait,
And
how old are you now?
I'm 23.
Okay.
I'm 23 years old. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much me. And that's how me and you met. So
All right, man. Love that. Love that. I noticed, like, from I met you, that you're a very driven person. And that's something that it's very hard to be positive in such a time where like everything's locked down. There might be not a lot of jobs or opportunities. So it's hard to be optimistic in a time like this. But I want to know like what drives someone like you.
well, growing up, I didn't grow up with rich parents. I didn't grow up with a lot of things. And working with my job doing service, I went into a lot of nice homes and I went and I saw a lot of nice things. And I've always wanted that. Ever since I've seen it,
What
it's
what do you
opened.
mean by service? Don't mean to cut you, sorry, brother.
So plumbing service where you go in and you pretty much do anything, any issue, you solve any issue that needs to be done in a home, whether it's something from no heat to a new faucet to water heater. I mean, there's a million things you can do with plumbing. There's electrical. There's all sorts of trades where you can do service, and that's where I came from. I went to a trade school. I learned plumbing, and I came out of that saying I wanted to do more than just that. So what opened my eyes was the plumbing aspect, going into homes and really seeing the potential that anyone can have when you walk into a $10 million home and you say, how did these people get that? And you ask yourself that all the time. And you ask yourself these questions and you think like, if they did it, why can't I do it? So that's kind of what went through my head all the time, and that's what drives me all the time, because we're all human beings. Okay, we all strive to do better, and you just got to find your comfort zone, your niche. You got to find the niche that you want to do to succeed.
All right.
So that's the drive that comes from me, is the experience that I've been going throughout the years with my trade.
All right. I like that. I like that. I see that like when people travel a lot and when people meet a lot of people, that's when your eyes kind of open to see that these things are possible. Like there's the people in your circle or in your hometown, no matter where you're from, that just do the same thing over and over and over, and they never really get out of that space. And
That also, sorry to interrupt, that also comes back to what I was saying earlier, is that's why you have to move away from home when you're young. Because if you stay in the environment you were growing up in, you never get out of that zone and you never see the potential that's out there. And I mean, you see it all the time, these gurus on social media, they're saying travel, travel, travel at a young age. That's what the 20s are for, 30s are for, you know? And it's really to open up your mind and really see, okay, what is out there and what can I accomplish? Right? You can't do something that you've never seen, or you've never learned or met someone that's done it. And that's why that's where mentors come in, and they can help you because they've done it. You know, I mean, I've had a few mentors over the years, and a mentor can be anyone. It can be your parents, but I mean, that's only if like your parents are really at that level to teach you. It could be a boss, it could be a neighbor, it could be anyone. And it's if you really want it, they'll find you.
all right, so you need to attract some of that in your life and search for it if you really want it.
Correct.
Understand that. So, you know that my channel is focused a lot about investing, whether it's crypto or mainly stocks. But I know you personally, I know you invest and trade as well. So, like
Mhm.
before entering an investment or a trade, what would be your mindset before it?
So mindset is, you know, especially in my case, the money I use to invest, I worked hard for that money, right? And most people do. And you take that and you say, okay, I'm not going to go into a trade where I know nothing about it. And I heard it from someone on social media. You don't want to do stuff like that. You don't want to follow the wave. Okay. If you really want to invest and you really want to get into something strong and you're really determined on it making you money or long-term investment, you really want to do research and you really want to know what you're investing in. And you want to decide before you invest in it, is it going to be short term or is it going to be long term?
Have your
Right.
plan.
So with me, I work, you know, all day. So I don't have much time to research stocks and crypto and all sorts of things. So what I do in my free time is when I do come home, I don't stop. You know, I don't go to work, come home and stop. You got to come home, keep looking it up, find out what you want to do, find out what you want to invest in, and do your research. You know, I mean, it could take you a week every day after work to find out, okay, that's what I want to invest in. Don't do it because some macho man on YouTube said, oh my God, this is going to go up. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Okay. You can listen to them. You can say,
Yeah.
oh, awesome, that's a good stock. Let me look into that. You know, look into the background of the company, look into the background of the crypto. Why does he think it's going to go up? And show me the proof. So back in the beginning, me and you, we would do some YOLO plays. You know, we would do things. We're like, everyone's saying to buy it, we're going to buy it. And
Yeah.
we've made out and we've also lost money. Okay. So you want to kind of take those odds and move it towards more making money than the losing part. So it is your due diligence on the stocks or crypto, or whatever you want to invest in. It could be real estate, it could be anything. Just make sure you know what you're doing before you do it.
Yeah. I even have a screenshot. I wonder if they can see it. This was from, I think, 2019 or 2020 when we were doing some just YOLO trades. And
What is
I had,
that?
I had $500 in my account and I'm down
Yo,
like $3,000. And that's straight options. So when you're starting out, you
yeah,
lose money. But that's why, as Cameron even says, you work hard, you get more money. So you can take some of the risk, and if you're working, you can rebound. That's how I see it. You can always get back
correct.
up on your feet.
But you also don't want to be working just to lose it as well. So there was a mentor I had that back in 2019, and I told him, you know, what I was doing with investing. I was down at your time when you were down that much. You know, I was down a lot more than that, and I didn't know what to do at that point. I didn't really know investing. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know options that much. And I suggest to anyone that's new to investing is to stay away from options. Okay.
You hear that? Stay away from options.
Stay away. You need to know what you're doing before you do it, because yeah, cool. You got into options and you made one big play. I've done that too. Okay. It happens, but it doesn't always happen. You know, it's more about the long term. It's investing is more about how much can you make over the 10-year period or 20-year period, not make it now. Because as great life is, you can't always make things now, right? So
No, you're saying that.
okay, I am a Mr. Now man, but that's when it comes to getting things done, right? You know, a task gets thrown at you, get it done now. Don't push it till later, right? So this mentor taught me, he said, don't do options, stay away from them, don't get into that crap. Invest for at least 2 years before you even decide to do options. And that's what I did. I really did stay away from options after that. And I started getting into more long-term and crypto, because that's when crypto was getting big. And yeah, I mean, I do options here and there, but I mean, it's small money because it's the risk to reward is just so astronomical, you know, like your risk is so high, but the reward is not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
All right, man. So like, I want to ask a question. What was your biggest trade ever?
Well, it was an option.
It was an option.
It was an option.
Look at that.
And it was almost pure luck. It was AMC. Everyone was talking about AMC. It was all about the hype. It was all about, you know, this is the new short squeeze and blah, 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 whatever, you know. So I really did my research and I didn't touch AMC for a while. Actually, I did, believe it or not, me and you, Malik, we were at a job and I had a lot of shares of AMC because you know what? I said, I'm going to make this a long term. If everyone's going to hype it up, it will go up. And when I think it's time to get out, I'll sell. And actually, what I was doing was I was selling calls with my own stocks, my own shares.
This guy had 7,000 shares. How
Yeah, it was
many?
almost 8,000. Yeah.
8,000 shares of AMC. You
Mm-hmm.
do the math. All right.
And yeah, I had about 8,000. I was selling calls for a few weeks. It was good. I ended up selling them when it started getting high, because I didn't realize, or I didn't see why something like that would be that high. So I took my winnings and I said, you know what, I'm going to back out for a little bit. Then I went on vacation and I was in LA. And one day I saw that everyone was talking about it and that it was going to go up. So I dropped $140,000 on options. And and I then woke up.
Big boys.
I woke up to the next morning to $1 million.
How much?
$1 million. I woke up to, it was like 1 million to like 20,000 in my account.
A million. That was in a day, right?
One day. It was one night, actually, believe it or not.
One night.
Yeah. Around 11 o'clock, the stock was up 100%. And with options, the options themselves were up like 14,000% or something like that. It was something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up selling and I said, wow, you know, this is the thing with options. You either hit or miss, you know, and I hit, I took the money. I then put it into a long-term portfolio. And I put a good amount into crypto as well. And now I did take some money out because I just bought a home. And yeah, I mean, that was the biggest trade I did. And before that, you know, I was making a few good trades here and there, but nothing like that. Nothing.
All right. All right. So you see how with options, guys, you expose yourself to a lot of risk, but the rewards are there. And Cameron here is living proof of it. You take on a risk, and if it goes right, you hit. So it's possible. And believe me and him have been coming from far. We've been on the road, and when it comes to 9:30, we stop, full stop. Check the portfolios, make sure we hit a trade, and then or just to see what's going on, and then every night we would come home after probably doing like a side job or something. share ideas, do our own research. It could be like social media sentiment or fundamental news that influence like us going into a trade or investment, and that's just every night on it, on it, on it. And you see where some maturity is going in there, and it has paid off. I want to say congrats on your house. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Buy
Thank
your
you.
house.
Finally done. We were
Yeah,
finally done. It took 3 weeks to move in, but we're all set. We're done.
done.
Time to get back to work.
Back to work.
That's another whole subject, man. House.
That's another thing.
Probably the biggest challenge of my life was moving into this house.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you know that we're working on getting our first rental property, but I want to know like how was the process like? Was it hard getting a house?
Well, at the time that we're making this video, we're at the highest point of the real estate market. Everything is so overpriced, and people are bidding, 10% more than what the house is actually worth just to get in a home. And that's what I was dealing with. I got outbid on 5 properties. And at that point, I was giving up. I said, I really need a home. I can't live in my truck because at the time I was living in the truck because of certain circumstances.
This guy, it hasn't always been perfect. It might look perfect, but some people tough it out. Believe me, this guy has been through it. People don't know. So
Yeah. Yep. I spent some time, kind of just traveling and sleeping in the truck, and it was midwinter too, 0 degrees. And I had my dog at the time. So me and him just like slept with each other in the truck for weeks, and just so I could figure out how to get on my feet. And after working and working and working and investing the right ways, I mean, that $1,000,000 I made wasn't just the money that I have or made. It was nice. It was an addition, but I was working towards that. And I just couldn't find a house, and I couldn't find the right opportunity. And I moved away from home, from my family, and it was tough. But I came out of it, and everything worked out. But the house process, man, it was, I went 3 months looking for a home because everything was getting outbid, outbid, outbid. And then I was like, maybe I'll buy a house that can be fixed up because that's what I do. I can fix the house up, no problem. Couldn't even find that. And then this house came, and man, this is a beautiful, beautiful home.
it is, it is.
And yeah, it came out of nowhere. My realtor called me and he was like, hey, I think you'll like this house. It's a little bit out of your price range, but I think you'll like it. I came in, I made a bid, and the guy who owned the home was a master plumber. So we kind of vibed together, and we got pretty close. And he was a little surprised when I showed up and he saw how young I was. He didn't think it was serious.
Yeah.
Neither did the realtors, but finally went through the steps. My biggest issue was I was self-employed, and going through that process, being self-employed, is a completely different process than what you normally would do. So I had to fight through that. And at such a young age, they don't trust you. At least that's what I thought was happening, because there's no reason I should have went through the buying process for 3 months. Finally got it. Finally signed the papers. I was all set. It was funny. The day I signed the papers, I showed up on my motorcycle. So I was like, the truck, everything was at my dad's. And I was like, I got to figure out how to get here. And I took the bike and, signed the papers, and it was all set. And I moved both my trucks and both trailers. And I drove it down here and moved in. Then buying furniture. I mean, furniture with COVID right now, you can't get furniture. It's unbelievable. So waiting on that. I redid this office, I redid the master, I redid some of the floors. So I got everything in line, and now I'm finally moved in. It's been about a month. Yeah, the 28th, now it's the 25th. It's been about a month, and I'm finally moved in, and I'm ready to get back to work here. And I am going to start getting more into investing more than working in the field, because right now with the crypto market, I really, really think there's a big opportunity here.
I guess we'll save that one for the end, You guys stick to the end, and we talk more about some investment ideas, So we know that this is mostly like a financial channel, and you know I'm bullish on some stocks. So I couldn't leave without asking for your take on some of my favorites that I know you have some prejudice against. I don't know why. But the first one, Tesla. What do you
Ah,
think about Tesla?
you've been asking me about Tesla for the last 2 years now. Okay. I remember we were sitting in the truck when Tesla hit, what was it, 900 after the split. I mean, it just went crazy, crazy. And I didn't believe it. You know, I didn't think it was right that it was that high. After doing my research, it was all hype. And sure enough, right after it started dropping. And you kept asking me, is this a good investment? Good investment. And I've been telling you for months, puts, puts, puts. I think it's going to go down.
Yeah.
It did. And it kept going down. And it kind of leveled itself out. I think it was around 500 a share. It started leveling out and then it started going back up. And right now it's at about almost 800, I
Yep.
believe.
I
Yeah.
just bought. I just bought. I just
Ah,
let him stay.
that's all right.
Ah,
That's right. If you believe in it and you think it's gonna go up, then buy it. Me personally, I'm a big GM guy. You know, I
GM.
really like General Motors. I really believe that's going to be the company of the future when it comes to automotives. You see a decline in Ford over the last 10 years. You know, they're just not performing. And especially with the chip shortage right now, you know, it's not really a good investment to get into something like that. Tesla is the leader right now in electric cars.
Mhm.
Um, so that's good. But I believe that GM can easily take them over because GM's market cap compared to Tesla's market cap is kind of yikes.
All right.
You know, Tesla made it quick. They made it real quick. And I know Elon Musk is a really smart man. I believe it could go up now, but back when we were talking about it, I had a feeling it was going to go down and level itself out, and it did. It's coming back up over many, many reasons, and it has to do with the crypto market as well. But I think if you're going to invest into an automotive company, I think GM is the way to go.
All right. All right.
Mhm.
And we have this video as documenting for when we look back in the future and we see how things really played out. And none of this is financial advice. We're just giving our opinions on what we think about these companies and what they will do in the future. So I personally want to know this. At this time, what's your favorite stock company or and why?
Well, it wouldn't be a stock, it'd be a crypto, and it's called COTI.
Crypto. He's
It's a
shilling the
crypto.
crypto.
It's crypto, and I think it's COTI, and
All
there's
right.
many reasons why. It is the new platform. I mean, what's the date today? 9/25/21.
Mhm.
Okay, and the price of COTI is around 50 cents. I think it hit 60 cents today. Um, I think that crypto alone can go 1,000 plus, not a share, 1,000 plus going up percentage wise,
Mhm.
because it's joining with Cardano.
Mhm.
It's a platform where it's able to be the whole internet where transactions go through COTI. Um, and it's one of those cryptos where, you know, people follow the hype and Bitcoin's great, Litecoin's there. You know, you got all sorts of altcoins out there. But I think right now in the position or the time frame that we're in to make the most amount of money and also be able to show how the market can go with crypto right now, I think COTI is the next Solano or the next Cardano. Um, they really, I mean, you got it up right now. It's at 52 cents. Yeah, the high was 66. It hit today. You know, I don't even know where to begin with COTI because there's just so much to talk about. Yeah, that's the chart today. Right? Yeah, it hit a high today.
Believe me, guys, this guy has skin in the game. So he is not just shilling your coin. He literally put his money where his mouth is, and he believes
Yes.
this is worthy.
I do have a good amount of money into COTI,
All right.
probably more than anything else right now.
All right.
I
Here we
would say
go.
40% of my portfolio or all my money invested is in COTI right now.
All right, guys. So it's September 25th, 2021, and
Mhm.
COTI is 0.52. So we'll see how all of these turn out. I'll do my own research and probably get some just in case. You never know, you know? Just have 1,000 or 10,000 of it just in case.
Just keep it there. I would recommend everyone to just buy a few and just hold it, long term.
All
It's the COTI means crypto of the internet. That's a pretty badass name.
right. All right. Crypto of the internet. So Koti is a
The currency of the internet. I'm sorry,
currency
currency.
currency of the internet. All right. So other than this cryptocurrency, what's your take on Bitcoin?
Oh, Bitcoin, man, it's gonna hit 100,000 pretty soon.
Okay.
I really believe it'll rock up to that before it goes down anymore. I mean, it tested some lows today. Um, Bitcoin is one to invest in. The only issue with Bitcoin is not a lot of people have that much money to buy Bitcoin, right?
The whole coin.
The whole coin itself.
Hmm.
So to buy one, yeah, 42,000. That's pretty low compared to 60,000 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Um, it's a good coin. I mean, shit, everyone talks about Bitcoin. It's the main coin out there.
Yeah.
Every single coin goes and backs up Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin's failing, most of the other coins are going to fail.
Hmm.
So my take on Bitcoin is like, yeah, invest if you can, buy a few if you can. If not, buy a portion of it and keep it for the long term. I think that we're going to hit a very, 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 very big bullish market in crypto in the next year or two, probably till the end of 2022. And we'll see what happens after that. But I see a huge run up coming in the crypto market.
All right. And Ethereum?
If I have a good amount of Ethereum. I believe in Ethereum very much. I think Ethereum and our Cardano are pretty similar.
Oh, whoa, whoa, wow,
I
wow.
think both those can really do well. If you're going to back up Bitcoin, those are the two. And then
Hmm.
you have COTI after that. So COTI is kind of fourth on my list when it comes to strongest coins.
Hmm.
Ethereum is second and Cardano is third. I mean, everyone talks about XRP. That's one of the other ones that could have potential. There's just not enough information on it quite yet to be certain about it.
Hmm. All right. And you guys can see where Cardano is a $2 per coin and XRP is 0.9. So, um, if you're looking to speculate, I don't see why not to at least just get into these. You don't really you lose more opportunity than you actually lose money. You can make back money in my opinion. But
You lose more
0.9,
money sitting around waiting than if you were to get in.
there you have it. So that make more sense to me. That's what you're saying. What do you think about NFTs? I have a video to do about NFTs as well.
That dude, I just moved into my house and all I've been hearing about is NFTs over the last 3 weeks. And I'm really, really curious onto how that crap works. Actually, I wouldn't even call it crap. It's very intriguing how NFTs came out of nowhere and they're worth so much.
Yeah.
I will be doing research on NFTs. I mean, everyone I know has been calling me about it and asking me if I'm involved. And I have not been involved into NFTs yet, but I would love to learn more and I will learn more. And maybe next podcast, we can talk more about NFTs when I have more information. OpenSea is the main website for those that I've heard.
Mhm.
Um, I'm sure you know a lot more about those than I do.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna do more on the site, on the channel about it. Not this, of course. But
What are those going for? The ones that you're looking at?
The Bored Ape is, we can check it out right now.
Yeah.
They're going 100 ETH.
132,000 for a picture of a monkey.
I mean, that's what the price is at, but it doesn't have to sell for that. And these are all priced in ETH as well.
Yeah. Ethereum is really going up because of these NFTs, you know?
Yeah.
That's another thing with what's the crypto for NFTs? Solana.
Uh-huh.
Solana is the coin itself. Solana is the coin you can use to buy NFTs.
Solana. So we can look at Solana now as well.
That's why it's doing so well lately.
Solana is 131 per coin now.
I think it was worth like $5 at the beginning of this year or something. I mean, crazy how much it's gone up.
Back beginning of the wow.
It's really had a run up.
Wow.
Yeah, $5.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah. Wow, Solana.
That's all because of NFTs.
Yeah. I see that NFTs tend to like lock in a lot of value. So
yeah,
when money's in the NFTs, they aren't really moving around.
Mm-hmm.
If there's more demand for the Ethereum space and all the money is locked into NFTs, then
right, no one's selling.
No one's selling.
The market. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say in the time frame that we're in right now, NFTs is like Bitcoin at 5,000 or 500, you know. I mean, it's just starting and it's only going to get better from here. I mean, I heard about, you know, artists and musicians and all sorts of famous people making their own NFTs for themselves. And how that would work is where, you know, you like, you know, a certain artist and you say, hey, I'm going to buy their NFT, and they came out with like $1 million worth of NFTs. Well, guess what? You just gave them $1 million so now they can produce more music and you get to buy the NFT and upprice it and sell it from there. So now you're making money and they're making money. One thing I've seen of NFTs is it almost seems like a pyramid scheme a little bit. But I can't say much because I don't have much research into NFTs to really make a conclusion like that. I just from a third party that doesn't really know much about it, it sounds like something where you don't want to be the last man, you know.
You don't want to get caught holding the bag.
Right. You don't want to be the last guy to buy the NFT and no one to buy it. You know? So that kind of stuff, that's where you can get into some fishy stuff.
Yeah. That kind of makes it kind of scammy. So
right, it's not like shoes. Like shoes, for example, they come out, people buy them, they upprice them, they sell them. Well, guess what? You can wear those shoes. Okay, NFTs, you buy it, you resell it for a higher price. Someone buys that picture, and they're stuck with the bag. What are you going to do? No one's going to buy it at that price no more. So now you're losing money for this picture online. You know, so I have my opinions, but I really can't say much until I do more research. You know, I could be completely wrong, but I've only heard from people around me, and I spent a night looking at it. So, I mean, you shouldn't listen to my judgment. That's just from my perspective.
You know? Completely understand, man. I kind of have mixed feelings towards it as well. Like, they're saying that they allow you certain perks or access to the communities and certain small use cases, but I'm not sure if it's a revenue making company like a stock or something that can be used like a cryptocurrency.
Right. I mean, you can just make a new picture.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And over time, there's going to be so many pictures in the market. Who's really going to want to buy them?
I get what you mean there.
You know, there's 10 million pictures on the NFT market. What makes this one more special than this one?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, hopefully somebody can either prove us right or prove us wrong. So
I would love to. I would love to, you know, a few months down the road, talk more about it and see what our opinions are still. I mean, I have a friend, he did a YOLO on an NFT and made a lot of money. And it just like, it makes me laugh. It's like one of those things. It was like right time, right place.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone gets that up. It's like winning the lottery. Not everyone gets that opportunity. So that's kind of how the NFTs market is working right now. Is you got to make a computer that can buy it before everyone else, and then now you have it and you upsell it, and then these people buy them for some odd reason. I still haven't figured that one out. And I don't know. NFTs as a whole, I gotta get back to that one when I know more.
All right, man.
So,
All right, bro. Thank you for this.
hey, thank you for having me come to the page.
Yeah, man. All right, hope to see you again in our next one. Or probably
Yes.
shoot a video when everyone's on a different level. All right, thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Respect, bro. See you guys.
Yeah.